Buhari has done well. You can't assess his government without considering impact of recession, COVID-19. Ajuri Ngelale says. So Buhari has really done well with this clueless approach to governance. Look at the economic woes that Nigeria is facing, ranging from exchange rate destruction to several aspects of the economy not being productive. Well, it's his opinion. He also stated that with a consistently low oil price from 2016 to 2022, the Buhari-led government was able to construct a high-speed rail line of 326 kilometers that had been abandoned since 1987. President Muhammadu Buhari's senior special assistant on public affairs, Ajuri Ngelale, has stated that his principal's administration has done well. Appearing on the channel's television program last night, Ajuri said an honest assessment of Buhari's administration must consider the impact of COVID-19 pandemic, economic recessions, and many other things. He also stated that with a consistently low oil price from 2016 to 2022, the Buhari-led government was able to construct a high-speed rail line of 326 kilometers that had been abandoned since 1987. He said, I can tell you where I think we have not done as we had hoped. And I can tell you where we had outperformed in the areas where we had done extremely well. You cannot talk about what this administration had done without factoring the context within which it operated. For example, we are talking about an administration of the last 7 years. They dealt with 2 economic recessions, one of which was global, and a once-in-a-century global pandemic, which we saw oil price hit as low as $10 per barrel, where countries were shut down. We understand that there are these peculiarities that any honest assessment must factor in when we make this assessment. With a consistently low oil price from 2016 to 2022, we have been able to construct a high-speed rail line of 306 kilometers that had been abandoned since 1987. Where is this railway that was constructed, that was formerly abandoned since 1987? I don't understand. When asked to rate the performance of the Buhari administration, Ajuri said, if you are asking me a straightforward question of whether I believe that President Muhammadu Buhari administration has performed well, given all of the factors that I have mentioned and those that I have not mentioned yet, I will tell you with an emphatic yes that he has done well. Ajuri Ngelale is one of the key persons in Buhari's administration. He is special assistant on public affairs. He's saying that Buhari has done very well. And all he's saying here is that the railway that was abandoned since 1987 that stretched up to 326 kilometers was completed. Where is this railway? He didn't mention where this railway is. All right. Now he's talking about oil prices hitting as low as $10 per barrel. Who made Nigeria monoeconomic? Why should it even be monoeconomic? That is one. Now the oil price that crashed did not crash only in Nigeria, it crashed globally. When you look at the way other countries suffered it and when Nigeria is suffering it, how would you rate the sustenance of Nigeria under pandemic condition? Because other countries were able to divert their resources into manufacturing. Because when oil price was going down, they proactively changed direction quickly into manufacturing and into all other sectors to be able to keep the economy afloat. But Nigeria did not have anywhere to go because manufacturing on its own is already not working fine. Manufacturing is dead because there's no power, there's no security, and there is no money to no dollar to buy some of the raw materials that will be needed for the manufacturing sector. Even within the country where we have loads of solid minerals underground that can be mined to be able to also get out some raw materials that will be used by this manufacturing industry. Nobody is looking at those raw solid minerals. So what have we done that we perpetually kept Nigeria a monoeconomic nation depending only on oil when we have other potentials to exploit? And before this administration came into power, they were talking to PDP as if they knew very well, as if they are the wise Solomons of our time, as if when they enter within short period, they will solve all Nigerian problems. They said $1 will be equal to 1 naira. They also said that a sensible government will restore power in 6 months. Now they've been there for 7.5 years, getting ready to go. And they are still saying that I don't know how these people appraise themselves. And when you look at this young man, you think he's somebody that should have conscience, that should say the truth, that should be honest to himself. Probably because he's getting his own shares under the political party where he belongs as senior special assistant to the presidency in public affairs. He must have been getting his own cut so he can say anything he likes. Whether all other Nigerians are suffering or not, it doesn't bother him. That is not right. This administration has actually failed woefully in every aspect of performance assessment. Right? The power is struggling. Okay, look at flood that came from Cameroon down to Nigeria, that ravaged Nigeria. And somebody in the administration is saying that it was an act of God. When they were aware that the dam, the Cameroon, after 10 years or so, they dump the dam. And when they dump it, it goes into River Benue. From there, comes to meet River Niger at Lokoja and flows to the south. That has ravaged southeast and south-south and some part of in fact, southeast and south-south particularly. And now somebody in the administration is coming to tell us it is an act of God, or it was an act of God. So sometimes these people don't talk as if they are talking to animals, as if they are talking to people who don't have brain, as if they are talking to children. You just pat on the back and you give them a piece of biscuit and they keep quiet. I don't understand that Buhari has done well. What has he done? And that's how Buhari came out the other day to say Nigerians have no reason to complain of food, that they have given Nigerians land and everything, they should go to farm. Which farm? A farm that you go and you don't come back? A farm that you go and bandits are waiting for you there to kill you? Is that the kind of farmland that you have left for the people? Or is it the farmland in the part of the northeast where bandits collect money from villagers for them to attend to their farm, and they give them 3 hours a day to work and then they should go home? Is that the kind of a country where bandits are going into the bush to collect tax from landowners, and government is pretending like they're not hearing or they're not seeing it? And you're coming here to tell the Nigerians that the government has done well. God will not forgive this young man. For lying publicly, God will not forgive him. That is the truth. Today, as at today, 1 pound has gone to 1,000 naira in the Buhari market. And now you are saying that the government has done well. For just no reason, they choose to redesign the naira. In our economic handicap, you are redesigning naira. In the current level of inflation, unemployment, and everything being grounded, you are redesigning naira. When we all know by common sense, when you stifle the economy of the currency you are using as a means of exchange, the demand of that currency will increase, because Nigeria is importing practically everything we can produce because the environment is too toxic for production and manufacturing. What is happening to naira is a simple economic rule of demand and supply. When the supply is limited and the demand is higher, the price will go up. So you are starving the economy of dollar, and then then the demand is increasing because people that are doing legitimate business needs it to be able to do their business, and that is what is skyrocketing the price and the exchange rate. And you are coming here to tell us that redesigning it will remove corruption. I don't understand. So in all of this one is still coming out to say that the administration has done well. Considering pandemic impact, considering a low price of oil. Like I asked earlier, why should we be mono-economic? All these young people that we think they should know what to say, they should be honest to themselves for once. They are just beginning their life. They have not even lived half of their life on earth, and they are living it this way. That's the thing that this country has a long way to go. If you have young people that are supposed to be leaders of today and tomorrow, not even those old ones. These are the people that are being prepared to take over the administration. Look at the way they are talking. We have a long way to go. God will deliver Nigeria. But before God delivers Nigeria, we must have to do something differently. Come 2023, we should vote wisely. Thank you for listening. This is what Ajuri in Ngelale, President Muhammadu Buhari's Senior Special Assistant on Public Affairs, is saying that the government has done well. Well, God is hearing all of us. So thank you for listening, and make a comment below.